All right, everybody, welcome to the Elevate Your Life webinar. I am Corey Mayo, and I am co-hosting this call tonight with my girl, Kate Kamer, and we are so excited to have you here. We appreciate you taking the time on a Sunday evening to be here and to, whether you're here to support us, or you are here to learn more, or you're one of the girls that are a part of our amazing team. We welcome all of you and so happy that you are here. We are going to do our best to keep this to about 30 minutes, but if you have ever been on a call with Kate and I, you never know. That might spiral because we do tend to get very passionate about what we're sharing about tonight, and sometimes we spiral a little bit. So we will do our best to keep it short and sweet for you and to the point. Any questions that you have along the way, please put them in the chat. It makes you a human, that you're curious and you're unsure about this opportunity that is not a traditional path. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about what this business opportunity is with Body, formerly known as Beachbody. Okay, we're going to dive into a little bit about the mindset behind things, help you see that you're probably far more equipped and capable to be a rock star in this business than you might believe right now. Okay. We want you to understand that we ourselves were in that spot too before we said yes to this opportunity. There is a lot of uncertainty. Change is uncomfortable, right? So, we're going to walk through some of that with you tonight. We're going to talk about what this business looks like, who it could be for, some of the facts behind the business, the mindset, what we do as body partners, what it would look like if you enrolled with us and joined our team and linked arms with us on this mission, how you can get started. And then we also have a sweet little thing to offer you at the very end. So you'll want to make sure that you stay on until the very end. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and screen share. Like I said, if you girls have any questions, please drop them in the chat. There are a couple other leaders on the team. They can kind of look through them for us, and Kate and I, as we're going to bounce back and forth, you guys. So we'll be checking in the chat if you have any questions or concerns, or you want us to touch or dive into something a little bit deeper for you. Okay. Let me get my screen share up here for you all. Can you see that? Okay. Okay, cool. So this is our Elevate Your Life webinar. This webinar and this business opportunity could be for you if you want more time and control over when and where you work. And I understand that if you feel like I'm already so stretched thin, I already don't have time, how could I possibly add this to my plate? And I know that for Kate, because Eve was very young when she started this business, right? That she was working in the morning before Eve was getting up in pockets of time through the day. And then she would work again at night when Eve would go to bed, right? For me, when I first started this, I was literally putting my kids to bed and I was sitting on the couch and working my business for an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I was working maybe 5 to 7 hours a week when I originally started this business. Okay. We can teach you how to be very intentional with your time. We don't want you to be tied to this business 24/7. We don't want you to hit that burnout threshold, right? We want to help you create more time flexibility, grow a sustainable business, be able to help people, but also still have your time, right? That's why we do this. We don't want this to become our life. We want to utilize this tool to create more of our life. Okay. You want health, fitness, joyful living, and to be a bigger part of your life. Maybe you're looking for more accountability. Maybe you want to have that added piece of being deeper in our community and being more connected with women who are working to grow and expand themselves. You want to be more committed to your fitness goals. You want to learn more about nutrition and overall healthy living. You're tired of living for the weekends. It is Sunday evening, you guys, and you're on a webinar about possibility, opportunity, and elevating your life. How beautiful is that? You're tired of Sunday evening coming and dreading Monday morning and going to that job that you hate, or the jobs, if you have multiple, that you don't that don't fulfill you, that are just literally paying the bills. You look forward to Thursday night, Friday, because you're like, oh, the weekend's here. And you're only living maybe 2 days of the entire week doing what you want to do. So you're tired of living for the weekends. You're grateful for what you have, but something is missing. You simply desire more. And I think that this is something that when we're little, at least for me, when I was little, like dream big. The world is yours. Do whatever your heart desires. Go after all of these amazing things. But then as we get older, it's kind of like, don't be too big. Don't be too loud. Don't, that's too audacious for you to dream. That's, it's, you're always too extra or whatever. And so you're kind of like fitted into this mold to take this traditional path of go to school, get married, have babies, live the domestic life, right? And we kind of, Kate just rolled her eyes. But that's the structure, right? Like so many of us grew up with that, like you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. But if you've ever listened to, I don't know how many of you listen to Denzel Washington, one of his favorite commencement speeches, it's on YouTube, you can look it up, it's incredible. He talks about how those desires in your heart are planted there for a reason. We shouldn't feel shame or guilt about desiring more out of life, to want to expand, to experience more, to give our children more, to be able to have more in life. Those desires are in our heart for a reason, and they are available to all of us. We can be grateful for where we are and want to continue to grow forward. And in my opinion, when we want to continue to grow forward and expand and learn, we're taking full advantage of living our life, right? We're stepping into our truest potential. You want more control of your future income. You don't want to wait for that boss to tell you that your work is worth set amount of dollars an hour. You want to be able to take control of that. You want to be able to give yourself those raises by the hard work that you're putting in and the time that you put in investing into your business. You want to feel more purpose day to day and like you're making a difference. This one is it for me, you guys. Knowing that I have completely transformed my life over the last 11 years, and that I have the tools and resources that can impact another woman or a mother and her family the way my life has been impacted. How selfish would it be for me not to pay that forward and offer that gift to her? It's up to her if she takes it, right? But the fact that I share it, that gives me purpose. I know I'm leaving people in a better place than where I found them. You want more financial flexibility to pay off debt, pay for groceries, salon days, family vacations, kids travel sports. Y'all, my oldest plays travel hockey, and I feel like it's just like constantly pouring out of my wallet. Like, where does it go? It just like flows to him, right? And to all of his things. Our youngest is starting to play football this year. I'm sure that that's going to look very similar if that's something that he really loves and wants to continue with, right? That you want a new car, etc. You want to have more comfort, right? More stability, security, and knowing that you have a savings or that you have the availability to go buy the organic foods that you want to purchase for your family or whatever that looks like for you. You like wellness or community, appreciate discounts because don't we all? And you love the mindset work or you love all of it. Really, I feel like we're the full package, right? Like we offer mindset, support, friendship, love, wellness, nutrition, like the whole gamut of really creating a joyful, healthy, happy life. I'm going to pass it on to Kate because now she's going to talk about some important facts that you should know.
Hey guys, I'm so excited you all are here tonight. I just love seeing all the faces. Things to know about this business because I think when it comes to social selling in general, there's a lot of misconceptions out there. There's a lot of assumptions. Not one social selling business works like another. And we have a lot of different ways that our company with Body works differently from other social selling companies. And then we as a team, I truly think we run a little bit different too. Just hearing things through the grapevine. First of all, this is not a get rich quick scheme. Anytime you see anything like that on social media, it is not accurate. A getting rich quick scheme to me sounds more like robbing a bank, and hopefully you're fast and can get away. Everyone starts from scratch with this too. Everyone starts at the same place. Everybody gets the same comp plan. It's not like one of those scenarios where you have to get to a certain rank to get access to such and such comp plans or things like that. Everybody literally starts from the same spot. Like there's no there are some companies out there where depending on like where you fall within like that company or that team's organization like affects your pay potentially. Like there's none of that here. We all literally start from the same place. um this is something that I think you potentially would see, with other facets of Body, depending on the team. But like within our team, we do not train cold messaging in any way, shape, or form. It's cringy as fuck. It's cringy as hell. Like it's awful. You will never I personally am not a salesperson. Horrible at it. I'm pretty sure Corey's horrible at it too. We like this is not about sales. You're not going to have to just be blowing people up that you don't know. That is such an uncomfortable like thing. Like just saying it sounds uncomfortable. So you can rest assured that we do not do that. We will actually discourage it if you attempt to do it. Um, there are no hidden fees with this. Literally, it's as far as like your actual, there's like an ad. Are we talking about fees later on? Should I touch base on that? I think you are at some
Yeah,
point.
it should be. Yep, it should be
Okay.
at the one of the
Okay.
last slides.
All right. So we'll save that one for later. But something that is really nice about Body, like all of the products, all of the like shipping and stocking, like things like that. Like there are some companies out there where you have to like buy all of that in advance and then you hold on to it and then you need to sell it to recoup your income. It's nothing like that here. We have zero overhead. There's zero like anything that you have to keep on you. I mean, I personally keep some samples on hand just to like send off as like a happy every once in a while, but like there's nothing that you're going to have to like keep on your person. Like the products I have here, I'm using. So, um Energize literally is sitting here waiting for me tomorrow morning because it's the only way that I function. um you automatically get a personal mentor when you start. The company, man, our last summit was just something else. It was unreal. The Body as a whole is so much more of a family vibe to me now than ever. Like not only will you get a personal mentor with your own person that you sign up with, you get our team. Corey and I very much are linked arms with most things when it comes to both of our teams and supporting. But then on top of that, the top business mentors in the entire company, they all got together and they create trainings. So like literally like day one, you are learning from the absolute best in the company, regardless of whose team you're on. Like, because everybody just has this mission the mission for our company in general is to help people. It's to help people take their lives back. It's to help people with their health, with their mindset, with their future. Like we are here offering hope for people's futures. Everybody wants to see everybody succeed. So like literally everyone links arms. It is like the most unbelievable thing. And again, there's no pushing anything on anyone. What you share, what you're going to share as far as like social media goes and your own journey, it's going to be the things that you like to do. It's going to be the programs that work for you. There's not any kind of scenario where it's like, oh, they just rolled out this new program, you have to market that. Like that's the only thing that you can talk about. You literally do what works best for you, because so much of this is just showing up authentically and connecting with people. And in order for us to connect with people, we have to show up as ourselves. And then it allows you to find your people, the people that you are already an expert at helping. You just don't realize it yet. You don't have to like mess with what's it? Okay, hold on. You don't my brain just like went on an absolute moment here. You don't have to have a ton of free time with this. So it's one of those things, and like Corey mentioned, she's worked this in pockets of time. I still to this day work this in pockets of time. I mean, you guys, I'm a single mom over here. I am comfortable to say it in this setting. I mean, I don't get help financially, so like it's me. And so I literally, I mean, I work this business when I have time, and I am able to continue to build momentum and build this business. I mean, we're talking minimal hours a day, maybe like 3 hours a day combined, including my half hour, 45-minute workout. So if you're intentional about it and you lean into what we're telling you to do, it's absolutely something that you can build momentum with this and not have to spend tons of time doing it. If you are spending tons of time doing it, I can almost guarantee that you're doing a lot of things that you really don't need to be doing. And then also you don't need to know or like use all the things. I think a lot of times like people have this hang up where it's like, oh, I don't know all about the products yet, or I need to do all this training. I need to do all these things. I have to know everything about everything so that if somebody asks me a question about anything, I can answer it. No, you literally, like, as soon as you become a member, you have your own like coach office or partner office that you'll use. It's like a back office. There's literally like an FAQ. You can type in anything and you will come up with the answer. Like everything is searchable. Like they literally have it set up where it's like, okay, like I need to know about such and such. And then if for some reason it's something that maybe is more of like a situational or circumstantial thing and it's not necessarily product related, you have your team to ask too. So there is literally no scenario where you have to come in and feel like you're unprepared because you don't know anything. All you have to do is just be resourceful about it. And with that, I will pass it to Corey. I went to click on the slide like I had control. I don't have control.
Well, and my very type A personality was like, oh, there needed to be a space there, and their bunch was spelled wrong. So yeah, sorry about that. That's why it probably threw you off because it wasn't spelled right.
I love you. It's okay.
Uh, I was like, do I change it? Okay, so hi, I'm Corey. I'm very type A and like things to be very perfect. And okay.
I'm not.
So so I am going to be 39 in a couple of days, which is crazy to me. I am a wife to my husband, Paul. We've been together for 18 years and we've been married for 14. And then you can see my two handsome guys there. Keiston is my almost 13-year-old and Beckett is 10. So this journey actually started when Keiston was about 18 months old. And I have just fallen in love with the process of having a community of women who loved and supported me. That was something very new for me because growing up in like high school, it was always like mean girls, right? Always super judgmental. I never fit into the popular crowd. I was always like in this just my little tiny group of friends. So to have that love and support from a community of women was something that just really pulled me in because it was something I had never experienced before. And I just fell in love with it, you guys. It hasn't been a perfect journey. I've definitely had ebbs and flows in life, right? Because that's how life is. We've had some really hard times with family. In 2017, my aunt suffered from a brain aneurysm, which then led to my goddaughter, who was 16 at the time and had just gotten her driver's license, to move in with us for a couple of months. Once my aunt recovered, she moved back home. Our life kind of returned to a little bit of normalcy. And then my mom was diagnosed with cancer in 2018. She actually had her biopsy on my birthday. And so that anniversary is coming up. And then she had surgery in October, was good. In 2019, my dad was um, diagnosed with P16 squamous cell cancer of the tongue and throat. So literally, and then 2020 happened. Like, right, we all know what happened then. So like, it was just back to back. this business and the community was like my saving grace. It gave me something to show up for and keep a positive mindset. It made me show up for myself so that I didn't just lay in bed and get soaked into all of the negativity, because how easily could I have done that? Right. And I'm not saying that I didn't have bad days, but this gave me something to have purpose and show up for. And my girls making sure that I was okay, checking in on me, all of those things. It is completely transformed the direction of our life. Our family gets to live with just so much intention and purpose, that it just trickles into everything. Like I get, because if I would have heard that when I was like listening to a webinar like this before I enrolled, I probably would have been like, it's too good to be true. I'm just probably like, you can't wrap your head around it, you guys, until you're in it. If you're in the wellness community, you get a little taste of it, right? But that's like just a little sneak peek. That's like a teaser. If you really lean into this community and the purpose and the mission behind it, and you start helping other people, you guys, I'm just telling you, like the joy, the happiness, just everything good just starts to flow because you're helping other people, you're growing, you're doing better for yourself. And the financial opportunity, obviously, the body doesn't guarantee any level of success to anyone. It takes hard work. I don't care what business you start, you guys, whether it's social selling or a brick and mortar, or you start selling cookies out of your home, it is going to take work. I don't know where we went wrong somewhere along the way. Maybe it was 2020 and getting all that free money. I don't know. Somewhere along the way, we got this like fallacy that like we're gonna sign up for a business and it's just gonna like grow itself and we're gonna get a paycheck. No, we still have to show up and do the work. But I can tell you from my experience that if you show up and do the work, you not only grow as a person, you not only grow your impact, but your income is going to be a direct reflection of the impact that you're making. I'm going to pass it back to you.
All right, guys. So again, my name's Kate. I am a mom to the just feistiest. Like I'm very like I'm hormonal right now. Like I'm looking at this picture of her face. I'm not used to seeing pictures of her face on our comment, like on any of our content. And I'm getting emotional looking at her because she's like the best thing ever. So for me, man, when I was growing up, like I always had struggles with my weight. Like I was the 9-year-old or 10-year-old that like my mom was taking to Weight Watchers. I was very, very introverted, very terrified of like connecting with people. I was kind of like a wallflower all through school. Like literally, like I actually spent time with some people I went to school with in high school a couple nights ago. It was very bizarre for me because they were talking about all these memories they had of like knowing me, and I'm like, I don't remember you at all. I think I just shut that whole part of my life out. I'm like, nope, we're done, moving on. That was awful. We're not gonna do it. I literally couldn't remember anything. So fast forward, did the whole like marriage thing, all of that. I think the long story short for me, because my story is so long and convoluted, is that I just was always that person that like I was really mousy, and then B, I just needed to like needed to fit into a box, needed people to see me a certain way, needed to please people, needed to do all these things. And between that and like my health issues, like as far as food and mindset and all that goes, it was just a horrible combination. I found myself in a marriage essentially where I had destroyed myself in almost every single way in order to try and like stay in this relationship. And man, you know, like we talk about body and the possible opportunity, and Corey talks about how you really can't fathom the change until you're in it, and it is true. Because I'm not the same, like that woman in that left picture there, it's not the same person in any way, shape, or form. I like wouldn't have had the courage to leave a very toxic situation and move however many states away and like go through all the turmoil and craziness of that, I don't think I would have been able to do it, or at least do it as smoothly without like the support of this team. Between Corey's team and my team and like the amazing people that we've met along the way. And, you know, it also, I mean, what other job out there? Like I think about all the jobs out there that just strip us of our health, mentally and physically, keep us stagnant, keep us closed off, keep us stretched, keep us stressed, keep us wondering, keep us just confused about what we're doing. And like with this, like you get to take control of this. And yes, like Corey said, it is work. Everybody talks about how it's too good to be true. It would be if there wasn't any work involved. It would be. However, it is a job. And so, you know, for me, it helped me to get in the best shape of my life. Literally, I lost over 100 pounds, rewired my brain into this person I am today. And it is a job that allows me to still be present as a single mom, mind you, to still be present with my daughter. Not a lot, but some. Like it'll get better for sure. Every time we slowly get better. But it gives so the hope you have for your future with an opportunity like this is I mean, I lived for a very long time without that. And because of this opportunity, I have it. So I think those are probably my biggest takeaways as far as that goes. And I will pass it back to Corey. Or no, is it me still? It's me still. Yes. Moving on, you guys. Okay. So you would be a good fit for this if you hit any of these things on here, you're in the right place. Strengths and weaknesses. So you are a good fit for this because whether you know it or not, you already have strengths when it comes to your circumstances, when it comes to your challenges. The weaknesses that you quote unquote possess are actually a strength in that it is a way for people to relate to you. You know, like when it comes to connecting with people, yes, like, you know, sharing the things we're good about, you know, are good with, like that's always going to be a factor, but people truly connect. Human nature, we connect with pain points. We connect with things that we feel a little bit of shame or uncomfortability or fear or something with. If we see that somebody else experiences that too, you're much more likely to connect with somebody like that, other than, you know, in comparison to somebody who's like, oh, everything's great, I'm super successful and this and that, you know, that's all, it's not as relatable because you're not in it. So your story makes you an expert in helping other people. Like literally, like your mess gets to become your message. Like I remember I'm in a business mentorship and she was talking about how our story, our mess becomes somebody's miracle. Like literally your story, your pain points, your struggles you're going through right now, you're going to share it and it is going to be somebody else's like epiphany aha moment. Like, holy shit, I needed to read that in order to change the trajectory of my life. You know, and none of us are perfect. Literally, I was just fumbling over my words 2 seconds ago. Like none of us are perfect. There's no perfect is overrated. It's awful. You just have to be you. One of your strengths is that you can just be you. When it comes to time, you're a good fit for this if you are looking to get away from the mindless scrolling of social media. How many of you are on social media like a decent bit of time during your day? Consuming, scrolling, checking, doing all the things. Yeah. What if, like, can we just take a quick second and imagine a world where you are still using social media, but you're not using it for consumption? You're using it to generate income. You're no longer scrolling feeds constantly, reading people's feed posts and stuff that are like irrelevant. You're intentionally connecting with your people, sharing information that is helpful to your people, sharing your story. You want to spend time building something that's purposeful. You know, you want to be able to help your family and support your family and be with your family. You also want to make an impact, you know, in pockets of time. You know, a lot of you like that I know that, you know, are on here because we've chatted a bit. Like, I know you guys have other jobs. I know you guys are stay-at-home moms. I know you guys have like this whole other, you have this whole other time consuming thing going on in your life that you would be, if you wanted to do this, you'd be building your business around that. And it's 100% doable. And like, I know I had a call the other day and I mentioned this, it's like, what happens if your life gets a little bit more stretched, just a little bit more stretched right now while you're building this in pockets of time instead of binge watching Netflix or, doing whatever, scrolling social media. What if instead you spent time building this business and then in the long run, you could make life infinitely more flexible? You're also fit for this based on interests. If you have an interest in fitness, as in like taking care of your own self, if you have an interest in sharing that in some sort of way, if you have an interest in inspiring others, to inspire them to move or to pick up a personal development book or things like that, you already are, or you would like to have more of a healthy lifestyle, like health overall, not just workouts. You're interested in self accountability. Like you want to be able to have more accountability when it comes to your own journey. Like what better way to like get accountable about something than to make it your job? Just saying. I mean, it's kind of genius. It's kind of genius. The only way I got it down. You're interested in nutrition. You're interested in navigating that. You're passionate about mindset work. Passionate about helping people to figure out mindset work. Like the amount of conversations I have as a partner, with literally just asking people questions just to like help them get out of their own head. They essentially do the work for me. I just throw out questions to get them doing their thing. You enjoy teaching others. You enjoy uplifting others. You want to be able to, again, build a business while making impact. And then, back to like the whole discount thing, like you want to be able to have your products paid for. Like you're interested in doing this whole health and wellness for yourself. You're using products, you're using different things, like being able to like have that paid for. I just had to drop a decent amount of money on new mats for my gym because my current mats, I spent like 2 hours earlier, 3 hours wrestling them, trying to make them work, and they don't work and they're not safe anymore. I dropped a good bit of money on some new mats and it's a tax write-off. So it's nice to be able to have those kind of avenues too. Okay, now I will pass it back to Corey.
Okay, so it's coming back to me, but I know she's gonna want to chime in because this is mindset and it's her jam as well. We are both very passionate about this because most of us hold ourselves back. I heard a quote by Bonnie Engel, who is a leader in this business, and she is incredible. And she said, "We are the reason we are where we are, and we are the solution to move forward." How amazing is that? We are both our problem and our solution. I guess that comes from AA. I've learned that recently, that is like something that they use to empower, and a quote that they use to empower their people. And I think that that is so fitting because I think it's in all facets of life, right? That we crawl in our heads. And I said this on the call earlier with some of our girls that fear lives in the dark, you guys. When we crawl in our heads and we get quiet and we shrink ourselves and we kind of sink back, guess what happens? Don't you get into your head more? Doesn't that loop get more intense, and you start to tell yourself all the reasons why you can't, why you suck, why it's easier for everyone else, why success is only available to certain people? What, like, we get into that loop, right? But we have the power to change that. It's a thought, and that thought will continue to spiral. So you can't, signs you may be holding yourself back. You're occasionally having what if thoughts, but quickly dismiss them because your brain starts to go, right? Your brain is good for her, but that's not possible for me. It's too good to be true. I could never do what she does, right? It just all starts to spiral. Do you remember when Kate said in the beginning that we all start at the same place? a couple of you shared in the Elevate Your Life group a couple of the hesitations or kind of the reservations that you have about enrolling. You guys, you're human. Like, our brains are designed to keep us safe. Okay. So our brains will flip a switch when something new or uncertain or change is coming, and it will start to tell us all the reasons why we shouldn't, because it wants to keep us safe. And our brain wants to reserve all energy possible for itself. So it'll start telling you all the reasons why you shouldn't, why it's just easier to stay comfortable and where you are. We have to retrain that, you guys. There is no saber-toothed tiger or anything coming after us. Okay? We don't have to live in that space anymore. We get to choose to take a deep breath and go, okay, is this truth? Is this fact? Or am I really okay? And this is a thought that maybe I need to work through. You are so capable and have so much more potential than your brain will let you believe until you start to rewire it, until you start to unpack those thoughts. To be aware of them is huge, right? To just be able to go, I don't know, I think my brain's trying to trick me into something here. It takes practice. But Lord, is it life-changing when you are aware of your thoughts and you can start to flip the script on yourself. And you're like, no, she doesn't get to say today. The mean girl doesn't get a voice today. The girl who wants me to play small doesn't get a voice today. And you can literally start to change the thought loop that is in your brain. What do you want to add? Because I know you're over there like,
we could be here all night. I think the thing that I'll add too, Corey's talking about this thought loop. Literally, your brain is so incredible. All of you have such amazing thinkers in your head that when you have any kind of thought that has a negative in any kind of way, your brain is so phenomenal that it will, without any help from you, it will come up with every single minute to enormous experience you've ever had to back up and validate that negative thought you're having about yourself. You don't have to even try. It just does it. It's just a human thing. It does it. And so most of us, at least I know for me, I just always thought that was kind of life. I thought that was just how we thought. When it comes to creating positivity, when it comes to thoughts, to breathing belief into ourselves, which, mind you, as partners, we're here to breathe belief into you before we're here to bridge that gap for you. We're here to believe in you until you're ready to believe on your own. We got you there. But it takes practice. It takes practice to get where you can do that. I love the analogy that thoughts are like clothes, especially for me, because I kind of crank into when I used to weigh over 230 pounds. And so it kind of cranks into that time frame where I remember I would put on 10 or 12 different outfits before I would leave the house because nothing felt good, nothing felt right. And then I would just be this sweaty, hot mess, just trying to get out to go run an errand, at Sam's Club or something. It wasn't even for anything, let alone an actual function. But so when I heard that whole thoughts are like clothes, I'm like it triggered that. And I'm like, man, they kind of are in that, we literally, just to be totally transparent, I still do that too, Kristen. It still happens. I did it the other day. So I was like, nothing feels good. When you're a couple days where you're going to start your cycle and you just feel inflamed and uncomfortable. That was me a couple days ago. I just wanted to not wear clothes, but that's illegal. But the fact that our thoughts are like clothes is that we can just take them on and off until we find something that feels good, until we find something that initiates the feelings and helps us to create the action that we want for whatever goal it is we're after. So, and I may be saying this to you and you're just like, WTF, what are you talking about? We teach you all of this. We literally do a team call. We usually do them on Sunday nights. We skipped it because we're here with you all. But Sunday nights, we literally do mindset calls. We'll do a short training or something. And then we're literally there to coach you through limiting beliefs. Like we are here to give you our time as far as that goes. That's all I got in that one. Oh, I'm the next one too. Corey put these slides together. Corey is a type A person. I am not. Corey's the one that does the slides because she does a beautiful job. So some of these are a surprise for me. It's kind of fun. Okay, so why we overthink this. We already talked about how our brains are amazing at overthinking. I'm going to point out a few that I'm sure you've told yourself already, at least a few times. Fear is a big one. Fear of rejection when it comes to like inviting people to the opportunity, fear of what people will think if you're going to post on social media, fear of what people are going to think if they find out that you're in a social selling business model, which, mind you, can we just like put to sleep that BS right now? Because everybody wants to complain about how social selling is some kind of like pyramid scheme, whatever, like sleazy network marketing thing, when the reality of it is that it's a business model that allows stretched, stressed, stay at home, whatever women to build a business and build a career while they're still handling all the other shit that the other people don't want to handle. Okay. Like it is a freaking phenomena. So of course people have something ugly to say about it because we get to come out on top. So just to like put that out there. I had a very interesting conversation with somebody earlier. I'm like, you are wrong. This is crazy. Ego. Again, worrying like that whole thought of like, well, it's social selling. Like I'm above that. Or I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do these things. Again, it goes right back to that whole thing where we like to just associate this with all these other things we've experienced when it comes to network marketing. I know for a fact every single one of you has had a cringy message from somebody like, hey, so-and-so, I'm working towards a promotion and I need to sell like $200 more of lipstick. Will you please help me get to this goal? And you're like, I'm not going to do that. When in reality, what this is, again, is a business model that brings in people from all walks of life. It's literally what you make it. Like my business mentor used to be a body partner before she does what she does now. She left a $300,000 job to work body. She left a $300,000 job. So what does that tell you about the income potential for this company if you're willing to treat it like a business? And if you're willing to show up like it's a business? She left $300K a year. Just FYI. The judgment, again, like worried about what people are going to think, worried about what family members are going to think, things like that. Living in our past, getting stuck on, for those of you, maybe this is a hot button for some of you. I know there's some of you on this call that this is going to apply to, but maybe you've tried something like this in the past and it didn't work. Whether it was with Body, whether it was with another social selling company, maybe, you're like, I tried the whole network marketing thing and I couldn't get anywhere with it. I couldn't do it. It wasn't there. I mean, man, what good is it worrying about things that have, I mean, if anything, it's kind of taught you about things not to do, right? When it comes to social selling. The fact that you're worried so much about that means that you're just not thinking in the present, and you're certainly not thinking towards a future, which in order to have a growth mindset, we need to focus on both of those things. And again, that's a lot of what we're here to help you with, is to just shut down those limiting beliefs that you just are slowly like breaking up. So you have like these huge walls that you're like attempting to scale. We're just going to knock that stuff down. Also just the, like, literally the BS stories that we tell ourselves. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'll never be successful with this. I'm never going to be able to find any consistency with this. These are just pipe dreams, things like this. The stories we tell ourselves, again, are these thoughts that we just choose to believe. And the thing is, you get to rewrite that shit at any point in time that you want. Literally, like you have every capability there ever was of creating a future and a story and just this life that you want for you, that you want for your family, all of this, you just need to get the fuck out of your own way and stop with all the limiting stuff. Or at least raise a hand when you have them. Because I mean, we're all human, right? We all have those at times. I certainly still have them. I'll shoot. I had said something to Corey just a couple days ago. I don't think it ever matters what level you get at. Like my business mentor is a millionaire and she still has days like that. You know, like the top people in this company, they still have days like that. Um, it's just getting to a point where you can develop the skills and the mindset, like the mindset skills to be able to navigate through that. The only problem right now, and it's not even a problem, it's just a challenge. The only challenge right now is that you just don't have those skills yet. And that's what we're here for, is to help you to build those skills. And then like all this stuff you're worried about right now, it's just going to be chump change down the road. It'll be nothing. So I'm going to pass it back to Corey.
All right, girls. So now we're going to talk a little bit about choosing your path, because there are different avenues of working and growing this business. Okay. Maybe for some of you, you're like, oh, I would just really love to get the discount and maybe share some of the products that I'm using if somebody asks, that sort of thing. That would be a product partner. Okay. Kind of like an affiliate where you love some of the products that you're using, you share that as you're using them. And if people ask while you're at lunch or whatever, what products you've been using, or families asking about what you're doing, you can share those things. You can see the breakdown there where you earn a 40% commission on body subscription enrollments, and you earn a 25% commission on product referrals. So if you share a product, you earn 25%. Okay. The next is an accountability partner. So this is much like the product partner, where you are wanting to share the things that you love, but maybe you want to have more of a community of your own, where you're having a couple friends join you here and there and doing a certain program together, or maybe you're diving into a nutrition program together, or maybe you're doing the mindset pieces together to grow and learn in the mindset area. You're still going to earn that 40% commission on the body subscriptions, and you're still going to earn the 25% commission on the products, but you're also maybe hosting your own wellness group or having a small community of people doing this with you. Okay. And then the next one is a business partner. So that would be like Kate and myself, where you are here to serve a purpose. You have a mission in your heart to not only grow and be better yourself, but to help other women do the same along the way. You're still going to get your discount on your products, earn that 40% commission on the body enrollment, the 25% commission on the products that you're sharing. You're building a community, but you are really leaning into building a business, treating it like a business, and helping to grow a bigger community. You're expanding your reach by helping more women on a higher level, right? At a different scale than if you were an accountability partner. Okay. And then Kate's going to talk to you a little bit about taking the first steps.
All right, guys. And then, and two, if anybody has further questions on like the comp plan or anything, like, or really any questions with any of this as we're wrapping up, please feel free to reach out to the person who invited you to this. Like there's only so much detail we want to go into here and not take up tons of your time. But as far as like taking the first step on this journey is, of course, reach out to the person who invited you to this, like send them a text, send them a message. Something that is super exciting that we're doing, which mind you, we haven't done a call like this before, and we certainly haven't done a call like what we're about to do this coming Tuesday. But for those of you that enroll, who decide that you want to take the next step, and you want to enroll as a partner, whichever degree of partner you're wanting to enroll as, by noon Eastern Standard Time on this coming Tuesday. And literally, it says it takes minutes. I don't even think it takes minutes. It is literally reaching out to your person. They send you a link, you click a button, and you're done. And there's various ways that you can enroll as a partner, depending on where you're at. Like we can do it through packages if you're wanting to, like some people like to do it through like completion packages. We have a lot of people starting Chop Wood Carry Water, or they want like the discounted, like if you're in need of like a discounted supplement or something, we have people do that. You can just enroll straight as a partner. As far as like fees to enroll go when it comes to partnering, There is a $40 sign up fee. This is US. I think we do have maybe a couple people from Canada on here. $40 US is the partner sign up fee. If you are going to go through a package, and you can ask for specifics on this with the person who invited you, but that fee gets waived. And then after that, your only like investment is literally $15.95 a month. And that is to cover all of the back office stuff. Remember, we were talking about how like you don't have to hold on to any product. You get your own website set up for you, like all of the like admin support, all that stuff. Like that's what the $15.95 a month covers. But for those of you that decide that you want to take that next step and you enroll by noon on this coming Tuesday, we are doing a fast track business startup call Tuesday night. And essentially what we decided we wanted to do, because we figure for anybody who is like watching this call and you're like feeling fired up, you're feeling super hopeful, you want to go ahead and just jump in this and get started at whatever pace, you're wanting to get started at, we want to help you with that. Like our goal for you, like, is to help you to hit the ground running, like recoup that initial investment, to start to create some small wins quick, to start to create some impact, to get you to the feeling good stage and like really help you to just get underneath yourself. This fast track call is literally going to be like just a straight up informational breakdown of like, we're just going to tell you what to do. We're literally going to we're like, there are no secrets. But we're not even going to make you have to research anything. We're just going to tell you everything that you would need to do. And again, it's not like it's a ton. It's just, I think sometimes this business is one where you can overthink things, and we're just going to cut out all of that. We're going to give you exactly steps A, B, C, etc. for what you need to do in order to start to see success within this business. And again, if you have any questions, let your person know. Feel free to reach out, and yeah. We so appreciate the time. It's I don't know, you guys, this opportunity is just so there's just too much to be said about it when it comes to everything that it offers. And when it comes to, I mean, from the community standpoint, from the health standpoint, from the income standpoint, there are 8 or 9 different streams of income to be had with this opportunity. And once you get to a certain point, a lot of it's residual. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't know of too many other companies that like, if something was like, God forbid, like if something was to happen to me when it comes to my residual income, it just goes to my kid. It doesn't stop. Like, you want to talk about a why and like some drive to like keep going with this, like knowing that you can have something that can be there to support your family. If anything, like if you needed to take some time off, or, if something was to happen, like, I mean, these are things I think about as a single mom. I get morbid real quick, man. Some situations will just make you like gut check yourself. And so, but like literally this opportunity, I remember back when I decided I was going to go all in with this business, I was literally sitting on my back porch and I'd had like this like epiphany, like, or an existential crisis. I had like fast forwarded my life 5 years and I was just terrified. It's like, what am I doing? My marriage is in shambles. My health is in shambles. Financially, we're so stretched. Like, how are we going to survive? This opportunity held the key to literally everything. Literally everything. So we appreciate your time tonight. I don't know if Corey has anything else she would want to say. But yeah, hopefully we're going to be seeing more of your beautiful faces soon. And again, thank you so much for the time.
Yeah. Thank you, you guys. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you for being on.